I wasn't expecting company, but if you stay out of the shrubs and flower beds, you can stay.
Give him a wave, Pops, now that you've invited him in. We're two old guys who enjoy playing Sandbox and survival games together. I'm Uncle Craig. Go ahead and sit down. Let's visit for a while.
In preparation for Proving Grounds, there was one more tutorial I wanted to put together, which may be helpful for folks either going solo or in a clan, and that is just getting a quick one plot full tower or structure in place that you can quickly put in your crafting and things like that. Keep permanently if you want. You can probably group these together. Nothing new here. There are people who have done something similar. So it's more of just kind of going through it and demonstrating it live so you guys can see kind of what that's like. So I have a spot here I picked. I already put a plot down just long enough to get some storage containers filled with the supplies we'll need and a post. So that's how you want to start. Just put a post down. There's some videos you will see from folks where they put a block down first. You can do that. I just put a post down. That's where I want the center of my whole structure to be. So now I'm going to go to my plots, claim plot, and what I'm going to do, you can see my little cursor there as I float around. I'm going to put it right on the top of that post right there. Okay. So now I've got my circular plot, and I'm going to start with foundation blocks, and I've got a little bit of material for that, so let's get started with it anyway. Regular ones. Going to go right there and just put it down anywhere. When I come around, I'm going to make sure that I'm above the surface of the ground everywhere, and I'm not. So let me take that out. I'm going to go up a click. Yeah, at least for this area, I'm high enough. Now, if you look, though, as I build out, it's going to be below the ground over there. So I'm going to lift this up now. I think right about there should be high enough. Then I'll put a total of 6 that are at that height in a circle, or if you will, a hexagon, really. I think if I move my cursor to right here, I think they will pop in at the height I need them. Yeah, I'm going to get on top actually so I can see what the heck I'm doing. So right here, there, and there. All right, so that's the beginning. Now, here's the simple pattern to follow. There's a lot of neat geometric explanations, mathematical explanations for this. We won't go into it. I'm going to grab a square foundation now. Anytime you see, from now on, as I'm building out, anytime I see a triangle, my next piece outward is going to be a square. And then just the opposite, if it's a square, my next block is going to be a triangle. If you just keep it that simple, you'll end up with a pretty well structured layout there. So now I'm shy of nice rock and clay. Let's see, I've got a bunch of everything right here. There we go. There's some rock. Let's just take it all. And I think I have clay in one of the next series of chests here. Got plenty of supplies. I should have anyway for what we're doing. Okay, now I'm going to put between each of these squares a triangle to fill it in. And you can see how that's going to work. Okay. And then since I have triangle, we'll just do, every time there's a square, we'll put the next block as a triangle. Not complicated. Keep it simple for old guys. There we go. And switch this to squares. And we'll fill in those gaps, of course, with triangles. If you notice right here, I won't be able to build this out. I'm fine with that. I'm going to leave it for now. We can fill it in later. It's going to be inconsequential here for a while. And then we'll fill in the gaps with the triangles. Oh, missed on that one. Well, okay, and I can't fit that in. But I think, yeah, see, I can fit that in right there. So we'll at least get that part in there. Okay, and now, same thing. Since I have triangle, everywhere there's a square, I'll put a triangle. There's a square. There's a square. And there's a square. You're such a square. I can't put one there because of the boxes. And then I think that's it. And then we'll put on the square, and everywhere there's a triangle, we'll put a square. Really not that hard. And some of you may already have this part down. A lot of good videos out there. Some that actually go through this process. And then there's some diagrams. I'll add either the image of it or a link to the diagram if I can find it out on the internet somewhere. I got it, somebody gave it to me, and so I'll make that available to you. But there's a real good diagram I follow now, and a video that I watched that really keyed me into this approach. Come on. You can see that we're right at the edge now of the property line, the boundary, all around. I think I can fit, look at that. I can fit that in right there. And I might be able to fit one in. Nope, can't quite get that one. All right, so that's the beginning of things. Now what I want to do is do a center column, and I actually want it to be as small as possible. So here what we're going to do, we know that the center post is right under here because this is where we have the 6. So I'm going to put one above it there just so I have something to attach to that's visible for you guys. We're going to put a post out. The reason is I want the center right here of that post, because that's where I'm going to put the point of another triangular piece like that one. I can't get the center with the foundations because it only lets the attach points be at thirds. This one I can get it at a half point. So we're going to put this there just long enough to get a spot at which I can do the triangle this way. I should have left that post there. Let me put the post back in. Us old guys, we can't quite eyeball things like we used to be able to. There we go. Yeah, that's better. So I was off by one rotation. So that triangle right there is our center. So I'm going to put another one on top of that. There we go. And we're going to put several others. So what I do is I scroll up and then come down till they touch.
Like, subscriber, get off my lawn.
You actually go pretty high. So let's see. I think that one even will stay. If not, it should break before I can get to, yeah, there. See, now I'm in the red zone. Now, right? Yeah, that's, so I got it all the way to the very, this is kind of nice. It's like one click. The one I have in place is one click below the one I could put in place. I'm fine with that. So we're going to stop there. So that's our center column of support for the whole thing, and the main support for the whole thing. Now what I'm going to do is take columns right here, the pillars, foundation pillars. And if you look here, you can kind of square it up. So there it's kind of squared up on the corner. And we'll put this one here. Put the next one. If you go above it, touch, and then one more click down, that's the distance between each floor. So we'll keep doing that up here to the top. And we're going to go beyond what we have for our center column. Yeah, so that's too high. So I could put, yeah, let's put another one right here, because that is a significant difference in height. So that's as high as I can go there. When I come to this one, I'll do 2 clicks down, and that centers it on this column. And we'll do the same thing. Come back a little ways so I can get a maximum number of these without moving my camera around. Sometimes it's hard to tell. You've got it. Should be able to go one more, I think. Oh, maybe two more. No. Oh, maybe two more. No, that's it right there. Okay. So that's that. I'm not sure why that came out different than the other one, but sometimes it's the ground underneath. The distance from the ground there. Let's grab that again. 2 clicks. And what's happening, by the way, is the columns in the center there add even more stability to the things that you attach to them than the center foundation does. And the center foundation adds additional stability to the columns so you can get more height out of each of these columns. At least that's how I'm understanding what I'm observing when I do this. Tried several different approaches at getting as much stability and height out of these structures as I can. And that's as far as I've understood it and how I explain it. Somebody else much more smart than I am and has more time available to figure those things out. Maybe they have some other explanation, but that's what I've noticed. And I don't think I can go... Well, I might actually be able to go another triangle now. Let's find out. Let's see this one. If I'm right there is where I want to be. I want to attach it there. Let's do it from up here. Yeah, see, I can't get any more height. Just wanted to double check. Okay, now what are we going to do? Well, we're going to put the stairs of this place in the center. And I'm going to start by using ladders, just for simplicity. I need wooden pegs for that. Are they in here? Yep, look at that. Yeah, I'll need another hammer later. We'll be making a carpenter's workbench here soon. But let's get the ladders in. That's just the simplest way to get this started. Again, if you're just wanting to throw this thing together, that's the way to get started. And we need wooden pegs, or wooden beams, and planks. So I think I've got, yep, planks there. We'll just grab enough for the moment. Well, we can grab more than that. That's, I don't know, let's get about that much. And I think I'm going to put the nice rock away for the moment. And we'll get beams, so just take all. And I think I can put the clay. Yeah, let's put the clay away for now too. So we'll be using that more later, but right now we need mostly the wood. So let's get one of these triangle pieces, and I'm gonna make sure I'm attached to the ladder as much as possible. And you can see I'm on the left part of the ladder that's within the rock. Do this again. Ladder. Yeah. Put a second one right there. And now if I put a ladder up, it's gonna head me in the right direction. So I'm just gonna use this, press F to get the attach point right. Use this approach to put a ladder up to the top of this whole structure. Attach the ladder, swing it around. Go. And if you do this without talking, it can go pretty quick. I think you can see that. But I'm going to make sure I explain what I'm doing as I go. So by using this approach too, you get things that are not quite squared up, and you'll see that later in terms of being perfectly round, because it's a little off shaped here because of the tight corners on the ends. But it's great. It's perfect. Nice, compact, simple. We can put railings up alongside ladders, or we can even replace the ladders with stairs after we get going here. I want to try to, well, be on the post, that's fine. There we go. Here. Okay. So we're up at the top. And this is where I'm actually going to go. Eventually, we're going to go at least one more. Well, let's do it now. I think we can pull it off. So I can't put more foundation up here, but what I can do is put, if I had rock wall. I decided not to do that, didn't I? If I go here, well, let's do this. We're going to put this in the center, put a piece here, and here, and, well, yeah, let's do it that way. In here. There's a couple different ways you could do it. Well, I want to leave that open for the ladder. And if I then put this there, we get kind of an overlap. And that's fine. Yeah, that should be fine. In fact, I think I want to take both of those out. We'll come around like this. And we'll just leave it like that. Get the rest of the floor. So this is going to be our first floor that we kind of put out here. And I'm going to lay beams here, here, and here around this section of it. And really that's kind of a visual guide for me. So then I'm going to add this one in just so visually I can see what I'm doing. Then I'm going to put beams here. This is another triangle I just now built out. And here. And here. Right, get there. There we go. What I'm going to do is right on this side of the triangle, I'm going to add 3 triangle pieces. And on this side, and then on this. See, I gotta see what I'm doing here. This is where the old guy. I already put some in. Let's put that there. We will expose that ladder later, but we'll expose the ladder at a later time. It's not ladder time yet. That there. Put this here, and now you'll notice it's not quite a triangle, but this boundary helps me visually know how to put the next sections of flooring in at this level. There, I'm out of sapwood. So now we will expose this ladder. Pull this out. And we'll have some other kind of wood right here to protect us from falling. But right now I can just get down the ladder that way. And right about here, we'll just jump off. Go over here and grab more sapwood. I think it was right here. No, right there. We'll just, let's take all, we're going to be doing lots of floors here. Just thinking we probably want some more planks. And let's get some more beams as well. We're going to go through those pretty fast. Also, this is a very functional approach. We're not looking for form or fashion. Sometimes I call it. All right, so let's continue on here. We needed beams over here, logs, I should say. Okay, so we got that, and then on these longer sides now, I'm going to do the same thing. Like that. And we will put logs around the outside of this. The logs, believe it or not, even if they're not attached to the center, they will add support to what's attached to them. They probably give a bit more support if they are attached to the center, to the columns here in the middle. but they still do add a bit of support outside. So in other words, I can attach some things to that log that's on the outside that will actually attach and stick. Without the log, they would not stick. Now you see the long side we have here. Let's get our triangles out, and we'll do the same thing. And we'll put logs around the outside. Okay. Now I have the long side is right here. So then we got two, yeah, this right here. So let's grab the triangles. Oh, I'm out of planks. And I think my ladder, now that's where I get a little lost sometimes, so I think my ladder's right here. Yep. We'll just leave that open now. I got this all figured out. Come on. Go down the ladder. This is where stairs and railings would be useful. You're not tripping around like that so much. And we need, I think it's planks and beams that we need. There's planks for now, but we're going to need beams also. And that's not the beams. That's the beams, I think. And got more under here. Yep. Let's take all. Put away my hammer for a minute, make it easier visually to see what I'm doing. All right, let's see. I got those on, and I was about to work on this set over here. You can see, whoa, that's a red one. I was going to say you can see everything's orange now. That one will probably break, which is unfortunate. Hopefully that's the only one. Now, we may be able to put that back in after I get the logs around, but it also may be one that will fall later. So something I noticed too about the game, and I'm not sure what causes this, something might be stable and you put it in place and it works just fine, and then you go and build something on a level below and it then is destroyed. It falls apart, and I'm not sure what causes that to happen. It's a very odd thing. So in other words, what you have underneath that can cause it to, yeah, see, we've got all those boxes, those storage containers down there. So for some reason, where we have the storage containers down there, I can't build the triangle piece right there. So I'm not going to worry about it. We're going to have that happen periodically. But I'll show you what we're going to do to mitigate that as much as possible. In fact, maybe permanent mitigation. We'll get this in place. Okay. So now that we've got this top floor here, what we're going to do, just to use up the wood, I'm going to go down 2 levels. So that's where I was. Here's the next level. We'll go down 1 more. And I'm going to build out flooring. We're going to start with squares. On this level, we're going to start with squares on the sides. Of course, not right there because of the ladder. We're going to do one on the other side after we get around this corner. Around there. And then we'll put another square piece there, and then 2 triangles here. And we're going to build this level out. And instead of a square there, by the way, we're going to put a pole, a log beam. And we're going to build this floor out just to use up the wood that I have. We're going to be putting a floor here anyway, but we'll get that done. And then we'll take and work on the walls.